Ahoy, and jolly Friday, me mates and fellow Pastafarians, bound together as we are in the saucepan of his noodly love. Today, we celebrate Cutlass Sharpening Day, the sacred observance in the calendar of the one true Pastafarian faith. Let the sound of whetstones ring, the tang of steel fill the air, and our hearts be warmed by the eternal embrace of his noodly appendage. As we gather our cutlasses, swords, and even the humblest of butter knives, we are reminded of a truth as ancient as the first pasta pot, that life, like a blade, requires care, attention, and the occasional sharpening. A dull cutlass is a metaphor of the neglect of one's pirate spirit. It cannot cut the sails of oppression or slice through the ropes of injustice. It cannot even carve a decent portion of garlic bread. In the same way, a dull spirit cannot spread joy, stand against the tyranny of the sauceless, or appreciate the divine complexity of a good Alfredo. When we sharpen our blades, we're also sharpening ourselves. We scrape away the rust of monotony, the burrs of bitterness, and the nicks of neglect that life has placed upon us. Each stroke of the whetstone is an act of devotion, a renewal of our commitment to live boldly, to love deeply, and to raid responsibly. This ritual is not merely practical, it is deeply spiritual. It calls us to mindfulness and care in all things. Consider the flying spaghetti monster who, in infinite patience, stirs the pot of existence. Does he rush the simmering sauce? Nay. Does he neglect the seasoning of creation? Never. In his noodly wisdom, he has taught us to embrace the process of refinement and to find joy in the journey, even when the seas are stormy or the sauce runs low. We, his faithful pirates, are not mere brigands of the sea. We are emissaries of the FSM's saucy compassion. Our cutlasses, sharp and gleaming, are tools not for harm, but for good. Let us wield them to cut through the bonds of injustice and inequality, to defend the weak, the pasta-starved, and the sauceless. Open paths to laughter, joy, and a hearty bowl of spaghetti. In this way, we honor his noodly vision of a world where all are free to twirl their forks and slurp their noodles without judgment. As the day progresses, let us feast and rejoice, for sharpening the cutlass is also a call to celebrate our pirate heritage. Raise a mug of grog or a well-aged port to toast the bonds of camaraderie we share. Dance the jig, sing the shanties, and embrace the glorious messiness of life, as saucy and delightful as a plate of spaghetti with meatballs. But let us also take a time to reflect. Have our own blades grown dull from neglect? Have we forgotten to spread joy, kindness, in the holy word of pasta? If so, this is the day to start anew, to stroke the flames of our pirate hearts and recommit to the great recipe. Now, beloved Pastafarians, as your cutlasses gleam and your spirits are renewed, may you sail forward with courage and sauce in your hearts. May your ship find calm seas, your bowls never run dry, and your parmesan always freshly grated. And as you go, remember to proclaim with pride, Ramen, ye saucy swashbucklers. Pass the grog and the garlic bread, for we are pirates of peace, pasta, and eternal noodleness. May his noodly appendage guide your journey. Ramen. Aye, aye, and goodbye.